Yes, you can, sweetheart. So it looks like the phone book probably wants to make fun of me, and the shrimp.
Can I push?
No, you can't.
Push.
No.
The button.
No, because Daddy's gonna do some stuff. Okay. I need you to just watch. Okay. We're not doing anything special. No worries. Anyway, sorry. I got a kiddo here. Because the phone book probably wants to make fun of me, and the shrimp is getting shrimped on, krilled on. I don't know. I want to make a joke there, but I can't really come up with anything. I figured I'd show you guys my threes. So this is how I organize my threes teams. I build a whole pile of them, just like absolutely anything and everything. Like these teams are garbage. They exist because they are viable teams, but they're garbage. Yeah, I will never use them. I think that right around here, right around this Imperial Troopers team, is where I stop really utilizing stuff. If I feel the need, I'll pull up Ewoks and whatnot. But there's these are comps. They're not necessarily amazing, but they're comps that I have that work. They're, again, not amazing, but they are comps that are quote unquote viable and they work. Now, these are not, they're organized strictly by GP, total power on the left. I organize them specifically by that. And that is probably really dumb, and the phone book's going to give me hell for it, but whatever. I mean, he's my favorite asshole anyway. So, we're going to set defense here against this dude, and I'm going to explain it a little while my bean is sitting next to me watching. So I am going to just quickly check. This dude is rank 11 in Arena and rank 25 in Fleet, so it means he can be competitive if he elects to be. He does not have any Galactic Legends, which I think I'm the only one in my entire group that does. I check 501st to verify where he is with gas, which he is huge. Not necessarily a big deal in threes, but notable. I check his bounty hunters to make sure his boss is his boss is relict. I look at his Empire teams to verify, do they have a Palpatine? I just want to highlight it. I'll look at him. Do they have a Palpatine potential team? They have a Tarkin.
Those guys are real scary.
Those are the scary guys. You're right, kiddo.
Yeah.
This dude somehow...
I'm scared of them.
You're scared of them? Well, don't be. We don't have to look at them anymore. I verify that he has Ewoks, because sometimes people put Ewoks on defense for some odd reason. I check where his first order and his resistance are. He doesn't have a really strong first order set. I will check Galactic Republic to see exactly. So he has a gas team, but he also has a viable with Anakin and Padme and Kenobi and a Tano. Oh, and a GM Yoda. Not really, but he has a notably viable Galactic Republic. He will have bugs. These are decent bugs. They are little, you're right.
Little.
He has a trooper team. As far as Jedi goes, he has a Revan and a Bastilla and a Holy Jolie and a Yoda,
Mama,
but nothing amazing. Are they babies? I don't think they're babies. He has a relic Asajj, which is important to keep track of. His Old Republic team exists, so he could potentially put that on defense. I look at Phoenix to verify that he does not have a viable Phoenix team. I do not look at Rebels because it's so large it's pointless. He is pushing for a Galactic Legends Ray, which means that I need to be ready for this JTR team, a Holdo team, and potentially a Finn team. So 3 teams that I have to be worried about. This Rogue One set just shows that he really only has a tanking set. Yeah, those are the nice guys. You're right.
That's the mean guy.
He's not a mean guy. He's a nice guy. He's very nice. He's got a big stick. Be nice to Chirrut. Anyway, Rogue One verifies that he just uses that for tanking and healing purposes only. I check Scoundrels to verify where his nest is at.
Chewbacca.
Oh yeah, Chewbacca? Isn't he your favorite? Yeah, he's my favorite too. I like to verify where his Enfys nest is, just so I know whether it can or cannot be on defense or whether it'll solo something. Separatists, I look just specifically at robots. He has a strong Separatist team, which will be important. I will check Sith Empire to verify that he has a Sith Empire team that is worthy of something, and then Sith to verify that he has the trio. Once I'm done with all that, you can look at Smugglers to see if he has a Kira team, but you usually won't. There's another Chewbacca. That's crazy, isn't it? So, well, we'll do this. You'll see in my first fight with the way that I build teams and you'll watch when I build this defense, is that I build teams that are strong in my backline. I have 2 very strong teams in my backline and 2 moderately strong teams. In this front top, I have 2 a really strong, a notably strong team. I guess Gas is, that's not Chewbacca, but it's close. Calm down, Daddy's talking. You'll notice that my Gas team is strong, and the rest is notably strong, but not overly powerful. And then in the bottom front, I will put a team that looks meta and dangerous, like GG, and then 2 teams that are notably difficult to deal with. And then in the back line, because I have fleets to spare, I put my biggest one, my arena team. Yeah, I'm sure. So here what we do, this is how I build, especially in 3s, because the key in 3s is to recognize that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 ostensible teams, which means that I have 24 teams for offense and defense. 4 plus 4 plus 3 is 11. So I need 11 teams on defense. If I have 24 viable teams, that leaves me 12 to 13 teams to play around with. So here I set these specifically in the sense of what's good on defense. Padme's good on offense. Kylo Ren is always useful on offense. JKR is always solid on offense. This team is not strong on offense. It can be, but it's also really difficult to get around. So what I'll do is I'll dump a top GP strong team in my backline, and then I'll do the same thing again. What's another not super strong? I mean, this is difficult, but you can get around a Malik. This is strong, but it also hits really hard. This is sneaky, and a lot of people don't expect it, especially on defense, so I'll put this back there. And then I will jump up to this zone, and I will put my next set, because eventually people are going to dig through this nonsense, and I'll put a big team. I like putting Gas on there, because Gas is difficult to get. Like, you need a specific, comp to really deal with him appropriately or efficiently. And then I will put things like CLS. Actually, let's put CLS in there.
Chewbacca.
You're right, it is Chewbacca. He's everywhere, isn't he? He's just all over the place. And then I'll put a big defensive team. And I know that the phone book doesn't like putting this team on defense, but I love it because it is dangerous. It looks, because this is gear 11, because this is gear, fuck off. Because this is gear 12, it looks super easy, but it's not. I've seen a lot of people stumble on it. And then what I'll do for this, because my goal is I want people to take this bottom front. I want them to buy the bait and then hit a wall on the back line and then have to go top. So I want them to burn meta teams, viable teams on that bottom front. But I don't want to make it, but I want it to be easier than the top front. Because if it's easier than the top front, they'll spend all their meta teams here, which is perfect. I don't want to put bugs up front because I want them to think about, maybe I should put bugs, maybe I shouldn't put bugs. I don't know. What do I do? So I'll put some meta teams. Nothing major. I mean, these are amazing teams. They're like 60 to 67,000 GP. And I will dump from the bottom of since I have 2 strong teams in, I will pull from the bottom of my roster and put this, some 56,000, 56 to 60,000 GP teams. These bounty hunters are fun. But it forces people to use meta teams on the front 2 walls only to get stymied by this enormous wall of like, oh, I didn't anticipate that. And from that, bugs. And this is the problem that I run into, is sometimes I forget how to do things and I end up with like I want to put this team on defense and this team on defense, but I only have and this team on defense, but I only have one more spot. And I could have saved CLS and GG maybe. I like GG on defense. I could have saved gas. But what we're gonna do is this team sucks the most on offense. And then next video I make, I can do offense and how I go through my offensive stuff. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna do this. Ooh. Boom. That's how it's done. I'll let you guys know how it goes tomorrow. Bye.